Hi, Dieter with Face Off E-Bikes. I'm out here with one of our top of the line bikes, the Switchback Berg. We're doing some filming out here with, you can see our painted arrow bracket on the handlebars. We're filming with that. Give a walk through the bike and some instruction on how it works. Top of the line components, 4-piston hydraulic brakes, 30 amp hour battery, front suspension. It's got the 14-speed internally geared roll-off hub. The unique thing about the roll-off hub is that it has a reduction gear. So normally when you look at the drivetrain on a bicycle, the configuration of how small the front chainring is with how large the rear cog is gives you an indication how well the bike will climb. But with this bike, the gearing's reduced in the hub, so that it actually ends up being equivalent to a 55 tooth cassette. So mathematically speaking, it's probably one of the best or the best climbing bikes on the market just because of the gearing. Normally with an internally geared hub, the gear ratio is set by what you can visibly see with the chainring and the cog, and then the internally geared hub doesn't reduce it, it actually makes it larger, which is where you get that greater top end speed compared to our standard single speed bikes. Just have that one gear and they don't have the ability to shift up, whereas with the internally geared hubs it'll do the shifting and then you can get a max speed of around 30 miles per hour, which is the same for this bike. Most bicycles with kind of standard drivetrains are going to go about 30. You have to put a really large front chain ring on a bike to make it go much faster than that, and for hunting especially, it's just not needed or wanted. We are in the cockpit of the bicycle, so all the shifting is done 1 through 14. It's different than a bicycle where you can skip gears, so I can go from 14 to 8, and it's not like with the derailleur where it has to go through all those gears. So you can jump gears. You still don't want to shift under load. So if I'm operating this bike, I'm going to want to have it on pedal assist 1 when I'm doing my shifting, so that if it doesn't shift 100% clean, the power of the motor is not going to just kind of force it through that shift. So you put it on pedal assist 1, use the pedals to shift, and then once you get it shifted, then you can go to the throttle. The throttle will always give you maximum power whether you're in pedal assist 1 through 5. The numbers correlate to how much help the motor is going to give you when pedaling. So if you want maximum amount of help while pedaling, you'd be on 5. At any point in time, whether you're 1 through 5, you could just go full throttle. So we'll do some riding. So we'll do some driving here, but the more the bike spends on gears 1 through 7, the easier it is on the drivetrain. I think as hunters, we're obviously going to beat up our equipment so that it gets us where we need to go, but at that same point, the more the bike spends on gears that are easier on the components, easier on the motor, the longer things are going to last. So if you operate 1 through 7, you're not going to have any problems. When you get into those higher gears, it obviously can handle it, but that's where you're going to put most stress on the chain and the hub itself. So just something to be aware of. The motor on the Bafang Ultra motor, it's the most powerful Bafang motor. It has all steel gears, which contributes some to how it does have a little bit of a whine to it. That's just what comes with the ability to generate 160 Newton meters of torque, climb different hills and stuff, compared to the BBS HD has nylon gears, but is more prone to overheating those gears. And obviously if they're nylon, they're not going to be as durable as if they're steel gears. So we'll get on the throttle here and you'll hear it pick up. We'll pick up speed. This is just gear number 2, max speed, 11 miles an hour, throttle only. Once again, the Switchback Berg. All our bikes are designed to climb, but this one just climbs better than most.